Closed stalls, no butchers, and no pork. It seems to be a holiday for butchers as they are not spending their usual day to sell their meat products. This is the pork holiday, a protest of pork vendors in public markets against the price ceiling imposed by the government.
The mandate of the government to put some cap, okay, or upper threshold for the price for a certain product or commodity or service. And normally they do that because they felt like most people cannot afford prices of that particular item way above a particular price point. So
Last February 1, President Rodrigo Duterte issued an executive order implementing a 60-day price ceiling for pork and chicken products sold in Metro Manila. Under Executive Order 124, the prices of pork, kasim or pige is at 270 pesos per kilo and 300 pesos per kilo for liempo, while 160 pesos per kilo for dressed chicken. These are much lower as compared to over 400 peso price for pork and 200 peso price for chicken since December 2020. Price ceiling is caused by the African swine fever that resulted on a shortage on the supply of pork as several hog raisers affected need to depopulate their infected hogs. Usually, price ceilings are set on necessities such as food, livestock, rice, and electricity. But what is the difference between suggested retail price known as SRP and price ceiling? Well, the only difference is that the SRP is the standard price of how vendors will sell a product from their consensus, while the price ceiling is the price mandated by the government and no merchant can impose markups. But how is the price ceiling being determined?
they have their research. They check on the buyer side and then the seller side, and then of course the source of supply. That would be the farmers, it would be the piggery, the poultry farms, and the fisher folks. Yeah, that's supposed to be part of their mandate before they come about with the pricing, the price floor. How much should they be imposing, so that it's fair for everyone. Right?
But how does setting a price ceiling affect us? In the short run, according to Gonzalez, buyers will be looking for alternatives, from pork to fish, from chicken to veggies. But the problem still persists as it will affect the supply and demand of these alternatives. It might again result in a price increase. Having price ceiling would also affect consumers' health and their budget as they may want to go to restaurants or resort to food deliveries instead. But what about its effect on our economy in the long run?
Yan. Papalo ang inflation. If that's the case, pag tumaas ang inflation, kailangan sumabay din ang mga presyo. Otherwise, hindi malulugi, okay, budget, hindi ma-set, employment, madadamay. Yeah, the minimum wage, i-adjust sa pipiliin niya na dapat tumaas. So, magwewelga sa labas niya. Madaming effect parang
The price ceiling implemented in Metro Manila is to enable consumers and producers during these times. But to Gonzales, this seems to be a band-aid solution. With the meat sellers' protest, it signifies a message that urges the government to restudy its policy. It calls for solutions that will cater everyone in the distant future.